appreciate you giving up your evening and being here with us. My name is Joran. This is my friend Sandra, and we are just here to share with you a little bit about our own journeys and these products and just why they've been so life-changing for us. And this is kind of an exciting time of year for me because actually tomorrow is my 3-year Plexiversary. So tomorrow marks 3 years of just loving these products and, just being involved with this amazing company. And so I'm really excited to share a little bit more with you about my story. So let's go ahead and start the presentation. Sure. And then we'll go from there.
Sheree, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Sorry, just getting this set up here. So Plexus is called the Health and Happiness Company. And I love that because really what we're about is not only, obviously our bodies being healthy, but also feeling good and just feeling our best. And one of the things I love about Plexus is that they really do understand the connection between, your gut and your brain and your overall health. And so we're really aiming to, treat the whole body, not just, this isn't like a weight loss deal. Obviously that's sometimes a nice added benefit or, a side benefit of getting your body healthy, but really we're all about just feeling your best. And so in a very healthy and natural way, which I love and is super important to me.
Sheree, did I misspell your last name?
I can't tell because the color screen is on there.
Perfect. I think I did. So two Ks, right?
No, 2 A's.
Oh, then I spelled it right.
Oh, good job.
Never mind. Just sold myself out. Sorry. Okay, so I first heard this this question when we were at convention one year, and I thought it was kind of corny at first, I'll admit, until these products did change everything for me. So just thinking about the way that I was sleeping before Plexus, I've suffered from migraines for 15 years. 20 years, actually. I'm getting older. And just all these different things that I thought that I would have to live with for the rest of my life. And I did not think there was anything that could be done. This question really resonates with me now because everything is different.
Mm-hmm.
So
absolutely.
So we thought we would just do just a quick kind of testimony from us really quickly. I've been with Plexus for 2.5 years, almost 3 in April, crazy. And started because I had postpartum depression with my first baby, Scott, who is now, he's 3.5. And I thought that I was going to be on medication for the rest of my life. I went on 3 different medications. One was an actual antipsychotic. And I like to be very transparent about mental illness because it gets a lot of shame and there's a lot of stigma, and I hate that about it, which was a lot of, what I went through and how I felt, ashamed a lot about how what I was going through, which it wasn't my fault. So I struggled severely with him. I had to have care at my house every single day. My sister or my mom, we would swap off caring for me. It was like literally hell on earth for me. I wasn't enjoying it the way I was supposed to. I wasn't bonding with Scott. I was constantly worried about his well-being and thinking of the worst things all the time. Anyway, a few times I thought suicide was going to be the only answer. Of course, I was never going to do that to my family, but I just didn't see how there was going to be a way out. I actually at one point even discussed adoption with my sister. That's how severe it was. And I'm open and honest just because of how much I want to help other people now. So that's kind of why I got started. Joran, my sponsor and friend, she was sending me some testimonies from people who had some depression and anxiety issues, and they're linked to gut health. On top of that, I wanted to lose a little bit of weight, and I was also dealing with some pretty bad digestion issues. So I finally decided to jump in. We were on one income at the time because I was on family leave because of the postpartum. And I had already run out of all my sick time. And so I thought, you know what, maybe I can get a couple people to do this with me. I knew my mom would support me in whatever I did. She's always on board. And so that's how I kind of started out. I was like, let's just get into it wholesale. My husband wanted to lose a little bit of weight too. So after the first month or so, I started noticing I didn't have to take my daily Xanax. It was just supposed to take as needed, but I literally took it every single day because I was just in such misery. I just was forgetting to take it, and that didn't happen for like a year of my life. I took Xanax constantly. And I mean, all you have to do is read the side effects on those and it'll freak you out. And then, so I just kind of started noticing that. And then as I went along into my journey, I started taking what we call Triplex Combo, which is going to work on gut health and blood sugar balance and inflammation. This is why she's here. She helps with my vocabulary and keeping me on track. Anyway, so I started taking Triplex, and I was able to come off all of my medication. I was on a full dose of Zoloft. Like, they would not give me any more. I laugh in a weird, nervous way. And they also on that, I told you that it was a booster to an antidepressant, and then I was also on Xanax. So I was able to wean off of all of those. And I lost 10 inches. I just started feeling like I was myself again. I don't know how else to explain it. And that's what a lot of people say is I just felt like myself again, or I just felt a lot freer. And I didn't have anxiety. I can remember not even being able to go to the nail salon. Like, really? That should be a relaxing place.
That's a big deal for you.
Yeah. And my husband would go with me, bless his heart. He would go, hated it all the time, but because I just was so worried all the time about God knows what. Mm-hmm. So, and then I'm so excited to be able to shout to the, world that I just had my second baby. She is 3 months old, and I am postpartum free, feeling like a normal person. I mean, there's hard days for sure. Days where I'm like, I think I'm losing it, but not like the darkness I went through. So that's my story. And then on top of that, just because of needing to, make a little extra money after I left work, I bring in about $2,000 a month now, average. It does really well. I'm able to stay home with my both my kids. So yeah, that's my story.
Yeah, awesome. Just to kind of tack onto her story from an outsider's perspective, Sandra and I have been friends for a while, and we were actually both pregnant at the same time with our sons, who are now 3.5. And, getting to kind of see her experience this newborn stage when she's not in that state has just been such an amazing thing. So it's making me emotional, but it's just been so neat to see.
Now you're making me emotional.
But the blessing of, what these products have done for her, what an amazingly different experience this has been, because we were all really concerned about our friend the last time. So it's just been a really big gift. And, without trying to sound cheesy, a big part of why I do what I do is because I love helping my friends and, getting to see, and this is just one example. But, I've had a lot of people that I've reached out to who, their migraines are gone, or, they've lost a ton of weight and they feel like themselves again. They have, battled autoimmune diseases their whole lives, and they're seeing relief from, certain autoimmune disorders. So it's really, like, to me, that's the most rewarding part about what we get to do. So my story actually has some similarities to Sandra's. I started, like I said, 3 years ago tomorrow. And I started because I was in a really weird place. I was about 8 months postpartum at the time. And I also was having a lot of anxiety, which was really new for me. And it was really weird. I'm not the type of person to really get any type of social anxiety. I'm actually like 100% extroverted. I love being around people. I love being out and about, but I just didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't feel like myself. I had like really bizarre and really like intense sugar cravings. I just felt like everything was off in my body. And I just felt my anxiety was really high. Like I woke up in the morning feeling like an elephant was sitting on my chest, and I couldn't breathe. And so anyway, I kind of reached a point where I was ready to go the medication route or do something. And that's when I finally decided to give Plexus a shot. Aside from that, I had really bad digestive issues. A lot of Americans struggle with constipation. My issue was the opposite. I'll put it that way. I had a lot of just IBS symptoms that were crazy. I kind of had a sense that it was all tied together, like the anxiety and the, digestive stuff, but I couldn't put a finger on it. I just had a sense that it was all connected. I was sleeping horribly. I had suffered from insomnia for quite a while. And my issue was not the falling asleep. It was the staying asleep. So most nights I would wake up around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and then I couldn't fall back asleep. So I was only really getting like maybe 5 hours of sleep per night. So just, a lot of weird things. I was getting a lot of skin breakouts, just my body was off. So I decided to go ahead and give the Triplex a try. I signed up wholesale to get the best deal on my products. And so I thought, you know what, this is worth a shot. And I kind of remember when I started, I thought, I kind of hope it doesn't work, because if it does work, I'm going to really want to keep taking the products. And I wasn't sure if I could afford it. And so, of course, I fell in love with the products, and I soon discovered that, by sharing with a couple people, it was my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my mom, and a couple close friends, that it was very easy and sustainable for me to keep purchasing my own products. Plus I was helping other people. So to me, that was a huge win-win. Like Sandra said, it kind of became an accidental business in that regard, because what started out as, oh, I love this stuff, let me tell a few close friends and a few people, kind of blossomed into like, oh, I'm going to just tell the whole world because this stuff is awesome. So that's kind of how the business blossomed for me. Like Sandra, my average paychecks over the past year or so have, or maybe a little more, have been around $2,000 a month. So we feel really blessed by that. But, health-wise, I saw huge changes in my anxiety. And right now, today, am probably in the best place I've been in, throughout my whole journey, anxiety-wise. So I'm really, really grateful. But I saw big changes in my anxiety. I saw changes in my digestion. Those took a little bit longer. Typically, when you've been suffering from something for a long time, it's going to take a while for your body to heal. This isn't a quick fix. So, luckily my sponsor helped me to understand that. So I didn't walk in thinking, okay, in 2 weeks, I'm not going to have any more diarrhea.
Right.
I knew it was going to take some time. My sleep started improving. I remember the first night that I slept through like a rock, and I woke up and it was light out, and I was like, what just happened? It was amazing. So I can't really say enough good things about the products. And, they really do address all of the root issues in your body. And that's why we love them so much. So anyway, we're going to get into talking a little bit more about those. If you guys have any questions or want any more details on either of our stories, please feel free to message either of us at any time. We're always an open book and happy to share more.
And this is my, most of you know her. This is my friend Cherie, and we've actually just been reconnecting lately because of where we are in our life. It's been really cool. Never were really super close before, but it's just funny how life takes you, into a totally different realm. And finding a lot of common ground with her has been a lot of fun. So I just asked her to just kind of give you a brief what she loves about the products.
Okay, so I had been seeing Sandra's posts for probably over a year. I'd see them, and she'd message me, and it's like, I was interested, but then I wasn't sure, and I didn't know if I wanted to send the money and all that stuff. So anyways, finally in like August of this year, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. I just had a baby in June. I have 2 little ones. I have like no energy, not sleeping good, just, have that 2 p.m. crash. So I figured I'll just give it a shot. I tried the pink drink, and I was like, okay, these actually taste good. I usually don't like these types of, I don't like the way they taste, that they taste grainy or whatever. I tried this pink drink. I loved it. That it made me drink water more, because I was drinking soda constantly, or Starbucks or energy drinks. So I was crashing hard. So I started doing the pink drink, and the next thing you know, I'm like, I'm drinking like almost 60 ounces of water a day.
Yeah.
So that was good. And then the sleeping was better and the energy was better. And for me personally, to never feel bloated is amazing. So all of it combined, and, you know, being there for my kids, having the patience and the energy to play with them and give them attention, for me, it's paid off. I've just started doing the lean. That tastes good. And, you know, I definitely want to try more products, you know, as I stick to it longer and things like that. But that's pretty much it for me.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. I totally agree with you on the, just being able to have more energy and the bloating thing. Oh my goodness. I used to like cancel dinner plans just because I knew I'd be so uncomfortable sitting in a booth or whatever. It could have been something even more than I even knew about, but
the weight loss is great too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just telling Scott the other day, I don't even remember the last time I felt like that. So just that in itself is so worth it.
Okay. So, I know a few of you joining by phone might not be able to see this chart, but we have a little chart up and it's called Symptoms of an Imbalanced Gut. And so if you look at some of these symptoms, I'll read a few, but increased belly fat, high cravings for carbs, sugar, and alcohol, cravings for dairy, you know, bulimia, anorexia, indigestion, acid reflux, gas, bloating, IBS, just to name a few. Some of mine that were on here, sleep problems, definitely anxiety, diarrhea. Thanks for the reminder. You know, a lot of people that suffer from allergies, acne, eczema, dandruff. These are all symptoms of your gut being out of balance. So when we're talking about an imbalanced gut, we're typically talking about a candida yeast overgrowth, and, you know, an imbalance where your bad bacteria outweighs your good. So you do have to have, sorry, my voice, you might be taking over this whole thing, girl. My voice goes.
You just whisper in my ear what I'm supposed to say.
I can text it to you.
Yeah.
So anyway, you want to have a balance of bacteria where you actually do need some bad bacteria, but you want the good to far outweigh the bad bacteria. And so typically when people have major, you know, imbalanced gut issues, any of these things can be a problem. And some of these I just think are so interesting. Like if you see on here, one of the things listed is hyperactivity or ADD, ADHD. And they're really starting to find that a lot of children who suffer from ADHD have unhealthy guts. And so a lot of times putting those kids on probiotics or, you know, changing their diet to something that really helps their, you know, the balance of bacteria is helping them immensely. So I just think it's really fascinating that our gut is linked to so many different things.
Yeah. And I mean, I could check most of these boxes.
Yeah. I'm sure most of us have something on this list.
I think just things that you just think are normal.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up, my mom dealt with all sorts of different health issues. And I just grew up thinking, oh yeah, this is just the mom. That's what happens. Mm-hmm. Or she, you know, she's just an adult. That when you start getting older, that happens. But, so our product line, I just love so much. We really work to get to the root of health issues. And the idea is that the disease can come from gut health. So there's these facts that really resonate with me. 70 to 90% of your immune system is located in your gut, and 90% of serotonin is made in your digestive tract. And we need all the immunity we can get. And I need all that serotonin I can get, especially with, you know, my in particular health struggles.
Right. So the gut is actually called your second brain because now they're realizing how significant your gut is in the role, in terms of the role of how you feel, which is just fascinating. Okay. As we said, Plexus works to get to the root of the problem. So a lot of, not at all to dog, you know, doctors or medicine, but a lot of times you go to the doctor, oh, doctor, I'm experiencing this. And then they give you, you know, an antibiotic or something to solve the problem, but they're really not solving the problem. They're masking the problem, right? So, you know, if you say, oh, I have eczema, and they give you a little topical cream or a steroid or something, that's just going to make it go away temporarily. It's not solving why the eczema is happening. You know, if you have allergies, you go on allergy meds. That's not solving why you have the allergies. So Plexus, a lot of people feel that it is life-changing because they're actually getting to the root of their problem. They're getting off medications for, allergies or autoimmune disorders. So it's exciting, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I went to my pediatrician for Scotty when he had eczema, and we've seen a lot of relief for him through these products. And I mentioned that he was on ProBio 5,
The kids?
probiotic, ProBio 5, but a probiotic. And I said for his eczema, and that helps. And she looked at me like I had 3 heads, and I was like, okay, we're not going to talk about that, I guess. Just give me some more medication with steroids for his eczema. Anyway, so these are just some interesting numbers. We talked about 90% of all disease can be traced in some way back to the gut and health of the microbiome. I don't have to read all of these to you, but you can kind of take a look at that.
And they're probably teensy tiny if you're on your phone. But really, the whole purpose of this chart, if you can see it, is talking about the microbiome, which is just referring to the whole makeup of cells and organisms in your gut. And so, it's just amazing. It's its whole own little almost ecosystem that houses, all of the bacteria in your body. And it's just, it's a very complex system, but it's critical to our overall well-being.
Okay, so this analogy, is that the right terminology?
Yeah.
Thank you. Your gut being a garden is awesome to kind of explain our products. So I can't remember if
we just do overview.
Okay.
Here, yeah.
So the idea to keep a garden, thriving is you're going to make sure to weed it and then seed it, feed it, and protect it. And so all of our products work the same way in keeping our gut healthy.
Okay, so we're going to kind of, we have a pretty, not a huge product lineup, but I think 18 products or something like that, 18 or 20. We're really just going to hone in on the products that sort of speak to this little weed, seed, feed, protect metaphor, because we just don't have time to go into everything. We want to respect your time tonight. So we're going to highlight just a few products that are the most popular, the most, that really address these particular issues. So the first one is ProBio 5. It's probably my favorite product. I had tried a lot of different probiotics in the past. A lot of people think a probiotic has to be refrigerated to be good. That's not the case at all. This probiotic is actually freeze-dried, and that makes it better. And the reason for that is when you have a refrigerated probiotic, the second it hits your tongue, it's going to start to dissolve and disintegrate, and those probiotics are going to be wasted. In a freeze-dried probiotic, you're going to ingest that. It's going to make it all the way down into your digestive tract before it starts to break down. So the probiotic is getting where it needs to go. It's called ProBio 5 because it has 5 strains of probiotic. These are extra, they're almost like super strands. They're extra, really powerful strains. It also contains digestive enzymes, which oftentimes people that are really into gut health, they'll buy those separately. So a lot of people are buying their probiotic and their digestive enzymes and an antifungal separately. Ours also has an antifungal in it. One of those enzymes is called chitosanase. Might be saying that wrong. So I apologize if so. If you're a super science guru and you know that I'm not saying that right.
We need you on this team.
Yeah, if so, we need you on this team. Anyway, that particular enzyme actually goes in and attacks Candida yeast overgrowth. So if you've ever seen like a blown up version of what Candida yeast looks like, it looks like a big cockroach. It's disgusting. That's actually what it looks like. And so this particular digestive enzyme will actually go in and attack that hard outer shell and begin to break it down. So it's a super powerful probiotic. It absolutely helps with Candida overgrowth symptoms. I started noticing a huge difference with this. I won't live without it. I think it's an amazing, amazing probiotic. A quick side note is I have a friend who her father passed away of colon cancer when he was in his 40s. And she was a teenager at the time. And so even back then, after this happened, her doctor told her that she needed to be on a high quality probiotic for the rest of her life. And she had been taking doctor prescribed probiotics her whole life. And I, after hearing, about this one, she said, you know what, Joran, I'll give it a try. And she said within a month of using it, she was noticing changes and she felt a difference. And she said she would never go back to a prescribed probiotic. And she was saving like a lot of money by ordering ours, because ours, even for customers, comes out to around $35 a month, which as far as high-end probiotics go is actually really on the reasonable side. Okay.
Okay, the next step in weeding our garden is one of my favorite products called BioCleanse. Don't let the title scare you. It is actually just a daily cleanse. And the idea is that we really need to be regular every single day. We need to be going poop at least 2 to 3 times a day. I am like totally shocked when some people come to me and tell me that they don't poop maybe but once a week. And so if that's you, let's fix that like ASAP. My mom, actually, I told you she was my first supportive customer, and she was constipated my whole life. And God bless her heart. She would tell you that herself right now if she was on this call. So, so I promise you she won't be mad, I don't think. But for all my life, I just remember, like, again, thinking that all adults stayed in the bathroom a really long time because they were constipated. And like, it should be a very big ordeal to, you know, go number 2. So BioCleanse is going to really work on helping with regularity. I love how you tiptoes in, like, not to make any kind of noise. And I can't read my slide really, but basically it is a magnesium-based supplement. I just can remember going to the doctor, a neurologist, for my migraines way back when trying to figure out how to cure myself from them. And my doctor put me on a magnesium supplement and just basically told me, like, you need to take this regularly. And, you know, I didn't. I was like a teenager then, and I didn't really, you know, follow what people said I should do. So, but 90% of Americans are magnesium deficient. So, you know, this is really going to help with just in general, the fact that we don't get enough magnesium in our diet. It's a gentle cleanser that oxygenates your body. It's going to detoxify and cleanse your intestinal tract. So, like, as Joran was telling you about ProBio 5, we look at this as like almost like cleaning the toilet. Like, when you go in to clean the toilet, first you have to scrub the toilet and to, you know, to get those parts off the toilet. And that would be your ProBio 5. But then you also have to flush, right? You don't want to just leave it all hanging out in there, just chilling. So BioCleanse is really like the flush, the flush mechanism to the toilet analogy. It also supports collagen production, which, I mean, you know, we all know and love. So.
Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about the pink drink. We actually have 2 different versions of this now, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that more later. But as far, so I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
My voice. No, it's okay. As far as our metaphor that we're talking about, right, with the weeding the garden and now feeding the garden, the Slim, actually, this version contains a prebiotic that helps to sort of act as a fertilizer for your probiotic. And that feeds the garden. But what Slim does is it balances your blood sugar. So we've all experienced that, you know, those days where we, you know, we're going about our day and everything's kind of going okay. And then we eat lunch. And then after lunch, we slip into what I call the food coma. And you're like exhausted and super low energy. That really is just a blood sugar dip. And so what this does is helps to keep your blood sugar balanced and stable so that you don't experience that crash. It helps to balance your cholesterol and lipid levels, helps you to maintain a healthy blood pressure. It definitely helps to control your appetite. So, you know, instead of having major food cravings or you know, wanting to just eat and eat and eat or snack, it really helps to control that. I remember when I first started, I really wasn't trying to lose weight at all, but I definitely had some bad snacking habits that I was hoping to sort of curb. So I'm not a huge sugar person, but I love anything like salty and crunchy. That's kind of my go-to, you know, like Cheez-Its, that type of thing. I'm like a total sucker for that. And so it really helped me to not experience those cravings. It strengthens your willpower over food. It also does boost your energy. It contains green coffee bean extract, which actually only contains the same amount of caffeine as a cup of decaf. So it's not like you're getting some big caffeinated energy boost, but because your blood sugar is stable, that's what causes your energy to soar. And it does help you to maintain long-term weight loss.
And we actually just recently love this version of Slim. It's our new hunger control version. And so this is not going to contain the XOS prebiotic. And it has a different flavor. My all-time favorite for sure, hands down. I know a lot of people still love, I think you even said XOS, your favorite.
I like
my
this
sister
flavor
likes
that
XOS.
better, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Both are still available. But this is just kind of a comparison here that you can look at. Pretty much they're the same, except for maybe a tiny bit of calorie difference from 10 to 20 calories and added fiber.
Right. So, a lot of times if people are looking at, which one to take, I would say anybody that is trying to lose weight or, wants to control their hunger or their cravings, I would do the Slim Hunger Control for sure. The microbiome activating does have probably a little bit more for gut health because it contains the prebiotics, which are, really helpful in terms of helping your gut to flourish. So that's really the main difference. But other really important ingredients here are chromium. So Cherie was talking earlier about how the Slim really helped her to be thirsty. Chromium will do that for you, but it also helps to build muscle. So those are two really great things. And chromium also helps you to burn fat and not muscle when you're losing weight.
Yeah, Cherie, I used to seriously drink 0 ounces of water a day, like 0. I hated water, and now I just cannot get enough of it.
Yeah, it's like you crave it. It's great. Yeah, it really helps.
And this is our seed part of our maintaining your gut. So you want to put back into your gut things that are going to help it flourish. This is our second probiotic called Vital Biome. So we have 2 probiotics now. The ProBio 5 is really for breaking down that yeast overgrowth and getting rid of some of that bad bacteria. This probiotic is just good probiotic strains. And there's 8 diverse probiotic strains. It's it's actually been proven to reduce feelings of anxiety, reduces GI distress, rebalances your microflora, and of course helps you be healthy and happy. I definitely wanted to put this one to the test because I do feel like I'm kind of on the fence with those things. I do think there is a time and a place for medication for mental, well-being. But so when I was in a healthy state, I was like, let's really, really, really give this a shot. And they recommend taking this on a total empty stomach. First thing in the morning, you just take 1 capsule. You don't eat anything right when you take it. And I do notice a difference. They even say 30 days. Within 30 days, you would notice a difference. My sister would always tell me she would take it and she was able to just deal with just different things her children would do throughout the day. Just made her more, I don't know, what would you call
relaxed
it?
And more relaxed and not as stressed, and not as on edge, I think. Right. So, it's an amazing, amazing product. Okay. This is the final product in that lineup of the gut. Your gut is a garden metaphor. This is the protection part. So just as if you had a garden and you wanted to protect it from deer and birds eating it, you would maybe put some netting up. You would, build some little barriers, right? That's what the X Factor Plus is doing. So you're putting all this goodness in your body. You want to go ahead and protect your cells. So it's protecting, your immunity. It's helping with your energy and your metabolism. You're going to promote mental clarity. This has an amazing polyphenol blend that helps to actually also support your gut health, which is really exciting that they've got that in the multivitamin. It also contains aloe, and I think this is a really cool element of this product. So the capsules contain aloe, which actually help you to absorb your vitamins up to 300% more than a regular multivitamin. If you take a cheap multi, all you're doing is wasting your money because you're just going to pee that right out. It's got all of your, daily, 100% of your daily value of 19 essential vitamins and minerals. Another exciting thing about this is it can be used as a prenatal because it contains fully methylated folate. A lot of people suffer from the MTHFR gene, which means that they cannot, their bodies can't process folic acid, and they need folate instead. A lot of doctors still don't even, I don't know. I don't know why they don't know it, but they still prescribe folic acid, even though folate, which is a natural form, is really more beneficial for everybody. So hopefully medicine is moving in that direction.
Yeah, my OB said, she approved this for me. And then as I'm leaving, she's like, just make sure it has folic acid in it. I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's Kaiser. So
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So anyway, so really, really amazing product. It helps a ton with nail and hair growth. And I've definitely seen a difference with it for sure.
So we just thought there's a lot more products. It is already 8:40 and we don't want to keep you guys too much longer. So I'm not going to go into every single product, but on the far left here is Boost and Accelerator, the red and purple bottle. These are geared towards weight loss. Boost is going to be for more like active people who work out, pretty strenuously.
There you go. And we were both English teachers, by the way, so I don't know why she keeps checking with me.
Anyway, and then Accelerator is more like daily use. I've taken both. I love them both. Those are more geared towards weight loss. We went over the multivitamin. We also have a kids multivitamin that now has added probiotics, and they are awesome. They have 0 sugar, sweetened with stevia leaf extract, nothing artificial. It's so awesome. My son loves them, and they're chewable. And I know Joran had a crazy story about gummies. I can totally remember taking gummies when I was, younger. Not good. So these are great for kids. And then we also have another super cool, important supplement, our omega supplement. It's called Mega X. It's right there in the middle. This is going to be your omegas and almost like your fish oil supplement that you take, but it's not, it's plant-based. From the ahi flower. So you're not going to have like fishy burps.
Right. Or if you're a vegetarian or, vegan, you can take this product.
Yeah.
Block is a product that blocks carbohydrates. So you can take it right before you eat it. It uses all natural ingredients, including white kidney bean extract and seaweed.
Yeah.
And then let's see, Edge is an energy supplement. It's one pill is equivalent to 1 cup of coffee. So that's a great one. I love that one, like before I do like a big run or a workout. On the far right, we've got our pain relief line, Ease and Nerve. Again, using all natural products, all natural ingredients to create these products. So the Ease lineup uses green-lipped mussel extract and turmeric. And then, of course, we have Nerve, which is a product that helps with nerve health. So lots of amazing products. I think we're going to move on because we have a few new ones to tell you about. So sorry.
We have a new skincare line called Joyome. And again, we're just trying to respect your time here too. So just kind of want to breeze through some of this, but make sure to get whoever invited you and we can give you more info. We have a day and night serum. And Joran, is your voice okay? Because you're the Joyome girl.
Well, I'll try. I love Joyome. It's an amazing, amazing product. And when Plexus first announced like, oh, we have skincare now, I was like, what? We're a supplement company. Like, why do we have skincare? But really, I was like mind blown that your face actually has a microbiome. Your skin has a microbiome. So their whole goal was, if we're balancing the inside of our body, we need to balance the outside too. So your skin also has good and bad bacteria, and you have to have the proper balance. If you overwash your face, you're going to wash off all the good bacteria that needs to be there. So Joyome is super simple. It's 3 pumps of the AM product in the morning, 3 pumps of the PM product at night, and that's it. You don't need anything else. So it contains 11 premium anti-aging ingredients. Everything was clinically researched. Everything that they put in this has clinical studies on it. It's pretty amazing. But there is a day serum that totally helps with, smile lines, crow's feet, adds to sort of the appearance of plumpness and volume in your face, and enhances brightness. And then there's an intensive overnight repair. And this is really working on your deep lines and your wrinkles, It promotes firm skin. It promotes elasticity. Definitely works against, diminishes age spots. And it's really moisturizing. Like, you would be surprised, just 3 little pumps of this. And it doesn't feel really heavy. Like, it's not like a really thick, like, night cream you would put on. It's just a super light cream, but your skin just feels really, really moisturized.
Yeah. And I need easy. I need really, really easy right now.
Yeah.
Or I won't stick to it. So.
Right. Because like doing 7 steps when you're a busy mom of a bunch of kids is just like probably not going to happen.
And these are just some before and afters that we really liked. Okay. And then, sorry, I feel like we're rushing.
I know. Can I just say one more thing about JoyHome? So, I know I feel like we're rushing too. I just want to say that, something that I think is really important about JoyHome and that's really neat is that, a lot of people don't know this, but in the US, our products are very, very loosely regulated, what we put on our skin. So there are only 14, I think there's only 14 banned ingredients as far as what can go in your skincare or your makeup here in the US. In Europe, there's like 1,400 banned ingredients. Actually, I think it's 1,100. I don't have my notes, sorry. But it's a huge number. I think it's 1,100. And Plexus, even though legally they only had to avoid those 14 ingredients, they chose to avoid those 1,100 ingredients that the European Union banned. So I just think that's really important because, when you go to CVS and you're looking at products and you're trying to figure out what to buy, 99.9% of those products are not going to be, pure. JoyHome uses all pure, all natural botanical ingredients, and they're really high quality. So I just wanted to say that because I think, people are becoming more aware about what we're putting on our skin, what we're putting inside our bodies. It's all, we live in a toxic world. I mean, there's toxins everywhere we go. You have to, your laundry detergent, your, shampoo, everything we're using, we're exposed to toxins and chemicals all the time. And so, if this is something you're putting on your skin day in and day out, I want something that I know is safe and that is also effective. And I think that's what's hard is a lot of times, if you buy something that has is totally natural, but then it just doesn't really do much. So that's the magic of JoyHome is that it actually does produce results. And it's also natural. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that.
And there's a lot more before and afters too from JoyHome. And if you want more information about that, just make sure to reach out and we can definitely provide that. And then this is our last brand new product, our Lean. And it's basically our protein shake meal replacement. It is super awesome. I actually just recently am trying the brand new milk chocolate and creamy vanilla. We also have a plant-based protein version. It's mocha, chocolate mocha. And that's, for example, my cousin cannot have whey protein. And so that gives her an option, another option. So I love that. But they are super yummy. I honestly have been having them for lunch lately, and they do fill me up, but mostly I want another one because they taste so good. I was actually pretty shocked about that. Mm-hmm. Anything you want to add to that? I have this here.
Yeah, no, just that I'm not really a protein shake girl. I kind of like to chew my food. And, but it was interesting. We totally ran out of this stuff. Oh, what happened? Can you guys still see us? Hopefully. Okay. Not a protein shake gal, but I totally ran out of this stuff. I just got it. Oh, I should have brought it to you. I just got a whole bunch in. But anyway, we were out and my husband dug out this old bin from I don't know, 6 months ago or whatever of this huge bin of protein powder from Costco. And he made a shake from it. And I was just took a sip just to compare. And it was gross, guys. It was gross compared to what I've been drinking. Lean is so smooth. It's so creamy. And so to taste that, it had a fake, his protein powder from Costco had a fake taste. And I was oh yeah, we're sticking with Lean. And he even admitted it too, because he's been drinking Lean at work every day for lunch and he loves it. So it's a great product.
these are just a few things about it. I love the added vitamins and minerals, and the fully methylated folate is also in this shake. So it is super tasty. Lots of different recipes are out there too, if you want to even get fancier. But honestly, with my life right now, I just feel like while I'm trying to shove food down Scotty and get him off to preschool or wherever he's going, I just put 8 ounces of water in my shaker bottle and I scoop in 2 scoops and I'm ready to go.
I can do it with water too. And I never have been able to do any other type of protein powder with water. This is, by the way, GMO free, gluten free, soy free. It's, it doesn't contain any chemicals. It's low sugar. It's low in carbs. So anyway,
it's just awesome.
Yeah. It's a great product. And the price point I think is really reasonable. It comes out to about $2.50 to $2.80 per serving. And in a bag, it comes with 14 full shakes. So
$2.50.
Yeah.
Per serving.
Yeah.
You never know. Okay. So really quickly, we're just going to briefly run through just a couple of these, and then we're going to wrap it up. So, this is, actually a good friend of ours. Her name is Sarah Tassa. She, has seen a ton of different health, struggles disappear, and lost a lot of weight too. So this is her actual before and after picture. I won't read to you all this stuff, but she has lost this weight and has kept it off since. This is a good friend of mine. Another reason why I actually got started in Plexus. Her name's Kathy Pagliaro. And she suffered just like me from hormonal migraines. She had postpartum. She has depression and anxiety, all sorts of stuff that just related, to me on so many different levels. And she is so much healthier now. I mean, you can see the inflammation gone in her face.
She just looks unhealthy on the left. And I don't even know that it was a huge weight loss difference for her. I just think you look at these 2 pictures and, her coloring, her inflammation, like everything, she looks unhealthy, So huge transformation.
And this is actually an old neighbor of mine, a family friend. Her name's Debbie Hartog. And actually, some of you might know her. Sheree, you might have known her. She has now lost like 30 pounds and a ton of inches. Oh, look, your sweet baby. You see they're doing mommy daddy duty together. Anyway, and she's also off a high blood pressure medication and has been since she started. So she's seen a lot of health benefits. And then with every single product, we have a 60-day money back guarantee. So you can you can return up to 60 days worth of product. And that is like at any time. So even let's say that you're on the products for a year and you, after, the last 2 months in that year, you're thinking, what, I'm just not happy with this product and this product. And I want, you can still get that 60 days worth of money back, which I love because if you want to have people really give the products a shot, it may not be just in 2 months that they need.
Right.
And then we have a less than 1% return rate also. So it's legitimately hassle-free. I've had to do a return here and there for people in the past, and it's just there's no issues with it. So that's another thing I love about Plexus.
Okay. So it's actually great timing because we actually have a sign-up special happening that's from corporate right now. So normally it's $35 to join, which let's just pause for a second and talk about how low that is because a lot of other companies, they're wanting you to buy a huge starter pack and then their joining fee is huge. And people are often asked to invest $500 or $1,000 or $5,000 in a business. We are able to start for $35. And that's whether you want to start this as a business or whether you want to just start for products. This is a great way to join right now. And so currently we have a code for $20 off. And then it's a little added special bonus. Since I'm celebrating my 3-year Plexiversary, we're going to go ahead and cover that additional $15 for you guys.
Wait, is your Plexiversary
tomorrow?
Oh,
yeah. So, this does end tomorrow night. So you've got about 24 hours from right now to take advantage of this.
The only stipulations is that you get a welcome pack because you have to get a welcome pack for the code and you have to set up a subscription.
Right. So we didn't tell them what a welcome pack is yet. So a welcome pack is a bundle of usually 3 products or more, and they're either $99 or $199. I don't know. Do we have a slide with them on here? No, it's okay. Get with the person who invited you, and we'll help you take a look at those.
I can put that on the event page.
Oh yeah, we'll post it on the event page. But there are, I think, like 8 different welcome pack options. They're all hugely discounted. So, like for example, we have one right now that's amazing. It's you get a full set of Joyome, and by the way, the Joyome lasts 2 months. So you get a set of Joyome. You get a triplex, which is your probiotic, your BioCleanse, and your pink drink. And what else is in there? Oh, shakes, I think. Isn't there lean in there? And then I think you get 2 lean shakes for $199. The retail on that is like $343. So we'll post that, and maybe we'll even post like showing kind of the price, you know, how much money you're saving. But it's a really, really good savings right now. So the code, we'll also write down what the code is on the group page, but it's how do you say it? I didn't take Spanish. It's a Spanish word. Isn't it ambassador in Spanish? Embajador. Okay. I don't speak Spanish.
But that's what it says.
It is. It's okay. EMBAJADOR. So if anybody wants to do that, we would love to help you out with that $15 back when you buy a welcome pack and set up your subscription. And really, the reason we want your subscription set up is because consistency is so important with our products, and because you really need to commit to 60 days. A lot of exciting and great things might happen in your first 30 days, but you really aren't going to get a full idea of what the products will do for you if you don't commit to at least 60, preferably 90 days on the products. So, you know, it's just a really, really great way to get started is buying a welcome pack, because you're just getting such a great discount. And if you're already committed that you're going to do 60 days, you might as well, you know, purchase as an ambassador, because you're getting a better deal.
Yeah, and you can even actually make commission back on your own purchases. So I love that I can buy my multivitamin from myself. I love that I can buy my omega supplement for myself, because I'm going to do that anyway. I love that right now I'm buying my lunch from myself. I was thinking about that today, you know, with the protein shakes. I'm literally buying my meals from myself now instead of, you know, wherever else I was buying them from. So it's just a great way to, you know, earn back even on your own purchases. And that $35 gets you your own website. You know, let's say you want to gift anybody this season too. That's a great way for you to buy gifts from yourself for anybody that, you know, might be interested in these products. So super awesome. And then we also just really quickly want to do a couple giveaways. Make sure you let us know if you want to take advantage of this deal. Again, it ends tomorrow night at it's 11:59 Eastern time, so it's 8:59 California time, 9:59 Montana time.
Correct.
Idaho time.
Yeah, Mountain.
Yeah, Mountain time. So just be sure to let us know, because again, that code is going to expire tomorrow night.
Right.
So we just go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, maybe while you're setting up the giveaways, I want to take, even though I'm like literally have almost no voice left, I just want to take like 2 minutes and share with you guys a little bit about the business, because we've talked a ton about the products. Obviously, I hope you can tell our passion for the products is there. Like, we love the products, but I'm really also passionate about the business. And, you know, I think network marketing is an interesting thing. A lot of people are skeptical. A lot of people think, oh, it's like a hobby. You know, it pays like a hobby. Well, if you treat it like a business, it pays like a business. And so, you know, I don't know if there's anybody on this call tonight that is interested, or that would, you know, like to stay home with their babies, or would like to bring in extra cash. But I just want to share with you guys that this business model is really an amazing business model. And, you know, Sandra and I, we are nothing special. We're English teachers, and all we did was we, you know, followed sort of the protocol for how you grow your business. And that's all we did. So I just want to encourage you that, you know, you can be an introvert, you can be an extrovert like me, you know, you can
I'm an introvert. I'd rather stay in my house.
Yeah. You know, anybody can be successful with this business. And, you know, our compensation plan, we didn't even have time to get into that tonight, but our compensation plan is bar none the best one out there. You can start making money immediately in this business. and you can grow really quickly, and it's extremely fair. And it's just a really ethical, really amazing company to work for. So
super fair and super fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
We've made like such great friends. We have an amazing team culture. So I just encourage you, if you have any interest at all in the business, if you sign up as an ambassador, you're going to get your own website for $35. You basically get a business dropped in your lap for $35
that you're not going to pay for.
Yeah, exactly. Actually for free, because we're going to help you cover that. So you get a free business if you join tonight, and we ourselves, we will help train you and help you to grow your business and to make it something, whatever you want it to be. There still is a ton of potential. I don't know how many of you are in California right now, but California is a wide open state. We only have 5 jewels in the whole state. I mean, Plexus is a relatively new company as far as, network marketing companies go. And there still is so much room for growth. All over the United States, but in California especially. So I just want to encourage you, if you have any interest at all in the business, please reach out to us, ask us questions. Nothing's off limits.
Yeah, you want to know how much we make. You want to know how much you would make off of some, selling anything in particular. That's what I needed to know. I needed to know numbers to know if we were going to be able to, continue to stay home. So
exactly. So anyway, we love getting to do this. We both, like I said, we were both teachers, but having little ones at home, that just wasn't a very sustainable option for us, with childcare costs and being what they are, where we are. So this has been a really great alternative. It still allows us to help people and fulfills that role. But it also it's exciting and it's fun. We get to travel. I didn't even get to talk about that. I just got back from a cruise to the Bahamas. She wanted to, but she was here with her baby. So her brand new baby. So anyway, thank you for letting us share tonight, and let's do a couple giveaways.
Yeah, and I'm trying to see really quick. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm also recording this, just so you guys know. So I'll also put this up on the event page, should anybody want to see it, or it'll be a YouTube link. But from what I can see here, I have Marcella and Carmen and Kimberly. Was there anybody else that was on the call that I might have missed? You can feel free to unmute yourself. That's not already doing the business, not already a customer. I don't know who. I think we had 9 on at one point, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. Feel free to unmute yourself and let us know. But as far as I'm seeing right now, we have 3 people. So I'm happy to even just. I could put them on. Maybe I should mute myself as I talk about this.
Okay. We were having some technical difficulties getting on our Zoom when we were starting. So normally we work all this out beforehand. I do want to address Kimberly's question, though. Good question.
I didn't see it.
Do both slim drinks contain the green coffee bean extract? Yes, they do. Both of them have it. It's not a very large amount. But it is, and like I said, it doesn't contain caffeine. It contains just like a trace amount, like that, like what you would find in a cup of decaf. Well,
actually, I think Kimberly, correct me if do you go by Kim? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was in particular to a allergy to coffee.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it was.
I'm unmuting myself. I'm not trying to quietly because I'm trying to get my little one to fall asleep. But yeah, I'm allergic to coffee.
Oh, okay.
And we had discussed it a little bit about being that it's green coffee bean extract. So we didn't know if it. I don't know. I'd have to look into that more.
I would have to look into that more too. I do know that I have a friend here in town who has. I don't know if it's technically an allergy to coffee, but something where she cannot do coffee. And she did have a reaction to Slim, which surprised me. I was bummed, but it surprised me because I know Slim doesn't have caffeine. So I don't know if it was the coffee bean extract. I'm not sure.
For me, it's coffee and chocolate are migraine triggers for me.
Gotcha.
And my doctors, they do say that's an allergic reaction. It's just basically maybe swelling in a different area